What's up, everybody? This is your host, AC. Welcome to the LA News Report. On this channel, we give our thoughts and ideas on current events. In today's story, we're focused on Nick Cannon. Now, you guys know Nick Cannon, the world renowned entertainer. He just recently welcomed his 12th child into this world. And I got some feelings about it. But let's first, for background purposes, let's just go over and document his 12 children. Now, first of all, he has his twins, his oldest kids, and they got some hell of a names, so bear with me. But of course, you know his eldest children are with Mariah Carey, Moroccan, and Monroe. Those are his eldest children. They were quickly followed up by Golden. He just got some crazy ass names, and that's another thing. But they were followed up by Golden Sagan, Powerful Queen Cannon, Zion Cannon, Zillion Cannon, Zen Cannon, and the list goes on and on. And the new arrival, of course, is Halo Marie Cannon. Now, just for perspective, Nick has 12 children and 6 baby mamas. Well, I would say maybe 5 baby mamas and 1 ex-wife being Mariah Carey. And he has like 2 or 3 sets of twins in there. And here's the issue. Now, it's not really so much with Nick Cannon, but in this case it is, but it's more so on how a lot of people think these days. I'm not a big fan, and I'm not a big proponent of people doing things just because they can. You know, there's protocol, there's, just some things just ain't right. I listened to a big long podcast the other day, and brothers back to back were defending Nick for having all these children with all these different women. And basically, their point of view was, look, if he can afford the children, the women all know about the children. They know all about the different baby mamas and ex-wives. And if they're down for it, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. As long as he can afford it, Nick Cannon should be allowed, and should nobody have anything negative to say about how many children he has in this world, because as we all know, it's natural for a man, especially a successful man, to want to go out in the world and spread his seed and create his legacy, which I agree, there's nothing wrong with it. But, I just think there's a proper way to do things. The best way to do it is in the union of marriage. I know a lot of people don't, these days, they're frowning upon marriage. But I don't, if you frown upon marriage, that's one thing. You want to have children, that's another thing. But just to go around and spread your seed, you got 12 kids by 6 different women. That's fine. That's great. Any man, when you have children, you're supposed to be able to financially take care of them. But Nick Cannon is only one man, and he can't be in 6 households at one time. And my whole point of that is, what about those children, man? What about these children? These children need a father in their life. I'm sure if you interview all these baby mamas, they're going to say, and their families, Nick Cannon is a great guy. He's a great father. He does this, he does that, man. But the bottom line is, if you're a man, and if you're married, not married, but if you have children, we all know, man, it takes time. And kids deserve our time as men. He has a lot of boys. These boys are going to need their father in their life. And I just think it's a disservice. It's a disrespect, specifically to the boys. Nick Cannon can't possibly be there enough for all these kids. He's a hardworking man. He has his hands in a lot of different pots, doing a lot of different things. And I just think it's kind of ridiculous. And I also think it's kind of ridiculous for people to support this type of hate behavior, running around here getting all these women pregnant. And it's not even to mention the women. You doing this just because your baby dad's popular and he's rich, and not even thinking about the long-term effect it's going to have on these kids. Think about it.